I'm sorry, that is not the question, and also as I stated, over 10 people have already claimed that they were the person who told me, even people from Florida claimed yesterday that they were the people who told me about the falling marks. None of that is true. Full stop. I continue my work.
This is not part of the procedure for the copy to be delivered over to the AG office, and so why are you practicing that? Is that written somewhere?
So, as I said before, if that machine would be a car, if it would be my camera, if it would be a pacemaker for your heart, the procedure would be always same. It's the best practice. When you make an image, you make 2 copies which are removable media. You publish a hash and you give a possession of those images, those physical media, that they are separate places. It doesn't matter where it is. If there would be a bank safe with the attorney camping on top of that, it doesn't matter. There's no security risk, there's no nothing. Only question is copyright. Who can have that? If that data would be something which would not have a copyright, I could give that for you for safekeeping, because you cannot alter the data because the hash is already on the screen. It doesn't matter. These are best practices, and if you want to know about best practices, there's a US government agency called National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST. NIST has a standards. They have a FIPS standards and they have a NIST 800 standard. I recommend a reading how United States government is regulating and what are the best practices. Yes, we are following those. So these are not our practices. These are practices which are exercised around the world, and they are also practices which are documented by United States government in their security practices documents in FIPS, Federal Information Processing Standards, and NIST 800, which is the National Institute of Standards and Technology document. 800 dash, I think it's 65, off the top of my head, don't kill me if it's 66. Those are, there you find a description, and all of a sudden you see that what we are practicing here is best practice. This is not our invention. Only thing what you can say and have a comment, would it be better to have someone else than AG to have another copy? As I said, if it doesn't matter who has the other copy, in this situation we are overly cautious and we are overly conservative, and we are doing everything, the best practices. Most of the other people wouldn't create the other 2 copies because the hash is already there, it doesn't matter. We are doing this as transparent way as possible. I could have given it to State Trooper. Anyone who where there's no problem of copyright to have a copy of that. It doesn't matter who it is. That's the best practice.
So I do hope that you notice in your report that you do some best practices in here, that you handing over these copy of evidences to the AG office, and you and the AG offices invited the LHS president into this room many days. And that is a party of conflict.
Is there a question somewhere there?
I request you to make a record in there, in your report, and publish it for everyone to see. Thank you.
So, back to putting this machine back together. So